Hello everyone. There's an incredibly compelling rationale for your teams to attend training courses, even through the lens of cold, hard financial metrics and particularly return on investment or ROI. But I hear you say, he would say that, wouldn't he? He sells training courses. And yes, I do sell training courses, so you're right. But to try and demonstrate to you that there is a sound rationale behind this statement, I'm going to take you to my website and demonstrate my return on investment calculator to you. If you firstly go to www.martinjohn-training.com, you'll see the home screen. And then if you hover over About and click on ROI Calculator, that'll take you to my rather cool calculator. I'm going to talk you through two examples where there is a clear, tangible benefit to undertaking training, and firstly on negotiation, and then secondly on time management. I also have a third example on employee retention, or rather the cost to your business of replacing members of your team who decide to leave. It's more illustrative and the benefit is less clear-cut, but there is a link to the benefits of training. So let's start with the benefits of taking a negotiation skills course. The calculators do require some inputs, some of which are done by sliders, like so, or entering numbers into a box. In the first example, let's suppose that your total spend with third parties on goods and services is just over 2.5 million. So I'll move the slider just like this. Then let's make an assumption on how much more you'll save on your bought-in costs if your team are properly trained negotiators. Let's suppose they'll make a 3% saving, and I'll move the slider to 3% like that. Now 3% is quite a conservative number, and of course you can move the slider to whatever number you like. After you've done this, you can see the savings opportunity populating down here. Wow, so there's £76,000 to be saved here. So that seems impressive. But of course, you'll need to pay for a training course. And so in the next box, you'll need to enter the cost of the training course itself. My one-day face-to-face negotiation course is about £1,500, and it's the default number in the box here. But you can put in any number you like. And once you've done that, hey presto, the return on investment of undertaking that training is shown here. So this course pays for itself 50.4 times. This is a very compelling story. I hope you'll agree. On to the second example. Now this example is about time management and shows the potential benefits of having your team trained on effective time management. As we all know, time is the most precious resource that we have, so you don't need me to tell you that we all need to use it wisely. But thinking about the time spent by your teams in meetings, is your business getting the most out of these time thief events that can suck the life and productivity out of your team if they're not managed effectively? What productivity gains could be made if your team was diligent in managing meeting time, let alone other elements of their day? Again, we're going to use the sliders. So for the purposes of this example, let's assume that your company has 70 employees. So I'm going to move the slider to 70. Okay. And let's make a guess on the average amount of time that your employees spend in meetings per week. Let's be conservative again. I mean, this can range greatly from company to company, but let's put this as 1 day per week on average for every one of your employees. So I've assumed 1 day is 8 hours, and this basically equates to 1 hour and 36 minutes each and every day. In the next box, you'll need to input the average employee salary. So the default setting here is £25,000, but I'm going to change this to £28,000 and press enter. And then here you can see the cost automatically calculated. The cost of time spent in meetings per year is £392,000. Of course, meetings are important and they're an essential way of sharing information and driving decision making, but they need to be managed effectively. In the next box now then, you can enter here the expected reduction in the number of days spent in meetings after your team have undergone training and they then implement effective meeting discipline. So bearing in mind that they currently spend 1 day a week in meetings, I'm going to put the reduction here, again conservatively, as 0.25, a quarter of a day. And then in the box below you can see that the cost benefit of reduced time spent in meetings is £98,000, so not an insignificant number. And then finally, to complete this example, we need to populate in this box the cost of the training course. So my 1 day face-to-face time management course costs about £1,500. And you can see again, the return on investment is significant, 65.3 times. So it pays for itself 65 times. And again, I think that's quite a compelling case for undergoing training. Now, the final example on this calculator is to do with employee retention, and particularly the cost to your business of replacing employees who decided to leave and operating on the assumption that you'll wish to replace them. As I mentioned, this is an illustrative example really. While studies have shown that employee training is a positive influence in employee retention, there are many more factors at play that lead to this outcome, such as, are the employees doing meaningful work? Do the employees feel valued and appreciated? And is there an opportunity for professional growth, among others? But employee churn is a hard cost to your business, so let's start by demonstrating this. We'll move the slider to 70 employees again, like so. And then let's just suppose that the employee turnover on an annual basis is 7%. Again, this is going to be dependent from business to business, but 7 is a kind of mid number. So this means that your business will lose 5 employees per year that you'll need to replace. So in the next box, we need to put in the average employee salary. And I'm going to again put £28,000 and press return. And then in the next box, we're going to need to enter the recruitment fee cost, which is often expressed as a percentage of employee salary. Now, this can range from anywhere between 10 and 30% and even more, depending on the level of employee you're trying to replace. So I'm going to put in 18% here. And here we go. So this next line shows the annual recruitment cost of replacing those leavers. And this is just the recruitment fees alone, so almost £25,000. The next line shows an estimated loss of output from recruiting new starters. I've been conservative here, but I've made the assumption that new starters won't contribute anything to your business until after 3 months, when they've been onboarded and at least received some degree of training. But it's a big cost, as you can see. And then the final line is a sum of the 2 previous lines, so you now have a total cost of replacing leavers from your company. So hopefully you'll now understand how my calculator works and you'll be able to perform these calculations for your business. And hopefully, again, you'll also see the potential benefits and return on investment that training might bring you. I'd love to hear from you if you think I could help, so please get in touch with me via the contact page of my website, by email, or just give me a call. Bye for now.